We are so lucky to be parked on a property that has this big wood shop, and they have a planer in there, and we're gonna use it to plane down our countertop wood. So we're gonna go do that. They're gonna teach us how to use their planer.
We're the Boyd family!
Pretty much you got this thing here. This is to adjust the height of the planer. So if you take it counterclockwise, that will put it up. So right now it's just above 1.5 inches there.
All right.
Good. So that's all adjusted, ready to use. So whenever you're ready, just turn it on and you feed it through this end and it'll come out that end.
All right.
Shoot out?
No.
Okay, it's a joke.
Shouldn't do that. If it does, then we got a bigger problem.
There's a lot of colors, I don't know where to go. See a lot of colors, only feeling blue. There's a lot of colors, lost within a haze. Don't rely on others to get you through the maze.
Alright, we're finally securing the cabinetry. We need to put outlets, we need things, we have to commit basically, guys. We've been non-committal for about a month. Now we're committing. We're taking this relationship to the next level. And honestly, I've already wanted to have a divorce with this situation.
I feel like we did better with our last bus and not having like...
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we didn't have gaps like that. Like the little...
gaps.
The 1 inch. Like we didn't have this. We didn't waste an inch of space like that.
Yeah. You didn't plan, but I did. That's exactly my plan.
To waste space?
No, to have room to pull out a 300-pound washing machine that you insisted upon.
You know we needed it. Don't even.
Putting on the back board.
And organizing clothes. All at the same time.
This is 1/4 inch backing. What's with the hair? The hair? Don't tell Mom.
It's on the back. Like you have to push hard. You gotta shore it up. You gotta force
You
it.
want that this way? Push that way. Oh. Give it a little push.
Good teamwork, boys.
The dreams are not.
I don't think we attached it anywhere.
Just the adhesive around the wheel well.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Just stuck to that. Ooh.
So our focus will be to flush it out from the top.
Oh, is it not flush with the bottom of that cabinet?
No.
You cut them all wrong?
So you cut it wrong. Shut your mouth.
Long. He said long, not wrong.
I said wrong.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
24 5/8, 25 and 1/8.
Oh boy. That's a little off.
I gotta go trim it.
There are a lot of voices drowning in the sea. There's too many voices talking back at me.
Glue screws in and then I'll sand after the wood glue is dry. Countertops are cut down, the correct width and length. I'm being very technical and brushing the sawdust off with my sweater. Because if I went to find a rag, Michael would get mad that all my little details make everything take longer. Got some wood glue.
Dreams are not the same for me.
Pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna make a little pocket jig, which I've never used before. But I've watched him use it, so I think how this works. Oh, no, never mind, that's the wrong way. Now I'm even more confused. Let me just turn the camera off for a few minutes.
You don't pierce the wood till here.
Oh,
It's making the perfect angle for you, but you have to understand how to work your jig.
okay.
So what that's gonna do, and
Right.
that's gonna be your pre-hole.
Okay.
But you're getting the perfect angle.
Yeah, because then you don't go through the
So
other
you
side.
set this.
Is that what these measurements on the bottom are for then? All right, so we tried joining the countertops yesterday, but I couldn't quite figure out how to use the pocket jig. Michael couldn't remember, it's been a few years. Like I think he hasn't used it since our last bus. We tried practicing on some scraps and we clearly weren't getting it right. We put it away for the day yesterday because we had to go get laundry done at the laundromat and get some supper and things like that. So this morning I watched a video on how to use our pocket jig. So I'm gonna try to get on some scrap first, but I think I can do it. Got the drill. Michael's having a very hard time just letting me do this. He keeps wanting to come out and help me. All right, well, I held it together. Didn't pop out the other side. That's my main concern. And I'm gonna try the countertops. These things are heavy. I tested it on a scrap and I got it right.
Awesome. Great.
Pull that back to this is right at this measurement. It's right into this groove.
Okay, well see, once you know how to use the tools, I would do it at like
Okay.
12-inch intervals or something.
Cannot take this anymore. Cannot take this anymore. Cannot take this anymore.
Ooh, it's pretty. I don't mind a little bit of gap. The next one might not have it. Hopefully the long one doesn't, but I don't mind it too much. Okay, hold it there so you can watch us put the counter on, but no fingers in it.
Make it the wide lens.
It is. There you go. All right, Toby. It's kind of pretty.
It's shaking.
That's okay. You're doing a great job. All right, well, that's what our countertop's kind of gonna look like. I gotta sand it and I gotta seal it, and we're gonna build kind of a mini shelf on the back, which is where all of our outlets are gonna go. But this is exciting.
1.25 inches is only gonna get rid of one.
That's fine. The last countertop I did was pretty straightforward. We didn't have any cutouts. There was no stove, no sink, no nothing going on that side for cutouts. It was just a straight counter. This one has two cutouts, one for the gas stove and one for the sink, where I'm going to put screws in that they're not right near a line where we're gonna cut. I don't need to waste time pocket jigging and drilling screws into spots that are gonna be open anyways. I measured in the bus. We're approximately fairly close where those are gonna be. Mark them on here. All right, because our jig is set for the counters from this morning, it's the same width, so we don't have to change anything with that.
How I tried, written down the words to say, it is time. I've been waiting 5 days to explain how you make me feel inside, baby.
Okay, I got all of my holes drilled in every board. So there's gonna be a lot of screws in this one because it's long, and with the holes cut out for the sink and the stove, I was a little more careful about making sure it's screwed together. But now that that's done, I only have one 2-inch screw, so that's not gonna work. So we have to go get screws. I need to go and get supper food. This afternoon, I ordered our gas stove, which we should have ordered that a long time ago, but we've been going back and forth disagreeing over whether we're gonna do electric or gas. So we're gonna do gas, and I ordered drawer slides so we can put our drawers under our couch, a new kitchen faucet, and I ordered a shower head. All that stuff should be here before Friday. So that gives us just all of next week to get that done. We will get these glued together and screwed together hopefully tomorrow morning, maybe later tonight, but not likely. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I am super proud of myself. Okay, well, I didn't use a planer, but I helped with the planer. I did use the table saw with Michael's help, but I used it. And I learned how to use a pocket jig, and I used it with a power drill with 2 different fittings. All of these pocket hole drills by myself. Like last week, I was telling you guys I was scared of power tools, and here I am, getting my countertops all built by myself. All right, I went in to make supper, did not make it to town, but I decided to ask our lovely shop owners if they had any 2-inch screws, and woo, they have a whole container. So we will use those and replace them. Yes. But that way we can get this done tonight. Glued together so the glue can be dried before morning so I can start sanding and all those next steps.
What I'm trying to do is
It's glued and screwed, which Michael doesn't like that saying. You always mock me when I say that.
I won't say anything.
Anyways, it's all put together, which is super exciting. The glue should be dry by morning, and then we're gonna cut the hole for the sink and then polyurethane it, but it's coming, and this has kind of been my project. Michael did drill in one screw and kind of push the drill in for me for all the others because I'm not quite strong enough. But
The whole bus is your project, and then I just did all the heavy pushing.
But anyways, I'm kind of proud of myself still.
And most of the power is done.
And I am proud of him. So we're getting there. Yay. All right, guys, I'm about 2/3 finished with the first sanding. So that's a pretty strong grit, and I'm gonna have to go over it with a finer grit. But honestly, this is gorgeous. I'm so excited. It's so pretty. Exactly what I wanted. I'm loving it so much. But we still have to build a little kind of shelf on the back, and that's what our outlets are gonna sit on. And it also just keeps, if you have a spill, it doesn't run off the back of your counter and down into the crevices behind your counter where you can't get to. Ask us how I know that we need to do that. In our Airstream, we just made a plywood countertop. It was just a big sheet of plywood, and I polyurethaned it, and it held up really well, but we didn't put anything on the back, no little lip. And one day we had a stick of butter on the counter in the south somewhere hot, and we went out for the day and came home, and there was no butter left in that wrapper. It was all down the wall behind the counter and the cupboards. Things like that have taught us that we need to have some sort of a blocker. And since we need to put outlets somewhere anyways, we just figured we would combine the two. And once we have counters, things are just gonna start to feel like they're coming together. Like the electrical's almost done. Our water tanks were supposed to be done like 4 days ago. Our gas stove is coming either today or tomorrow from Amazon. It's getting exciting. It's getting rough. I think Michael's kind of hitting he's hitting a rough patch, like getting close to hitting a wall, like where just all the little, he's not a details guy. And almost everything left is small details. They're details that matter. He doesn't want to do them. It's just not his thing. So we have about a week and a half. I don't know how many days that is, but so much to do. So we were just talking this morning about necessities. What has to be done before we can hit the road? Countertops, electrical, obviously the plumbing, and probably the ACs, because we don't want to haul those things with us. And then we need to have cupboard doors on, because otherwise everything's gonna fall out of the cupboards while we're driving. If we can get more done than that, that'd be great. I really, really wish we'd have time to paint our bus, but I don't think the weather's gonna cooperate. It is coming together. It really is. I gotta get back to this, get this done. All right, we brought the countertops in so that we can dry fit them. They still got to go back out to get polyurethaned, but we got to figure out how we're going to attach the trim and the measurements for it. So that's what we're doing.
So you want it all the way to the metal frame?
Yeah.
I built the car.
Uh-oh.
I fix it.
Okay. Fix it.
I just fixed it. I just fixed it now.
So now I'm not worried about the middle, but I want...
This board's way too curved.
Yeah, we're gonna have to shore that up. So what I want is right on the ends, on the very, very ends, get those one parts measured up, because that's where I'm gonna make the mark, and then we'll shore up the rest of it.
Close your eyes. Get some rest.
So we're just building a little lip/shelf that's going in the back of the countertops that we're gonna put our outlets on. We didn't have a lot of selection in getting this length of these boards, and the one piece is very bowed. Fighting with it to get it to cooperate.
A really bad day.
That's where the outlets will be. Did we say we're doing the outlets up?
Yeah. Adri thought we should do them this way.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, so if I have like my Vitamix here and then I need to plug in something behind it, I have to move my Vitamix
Just
as opposed to
hope that
just
this
up
is-
there.
Down, it's gonna be okay.
All right, Michael and Toby went out for a supply run, which seems to be endless with this project. constantly need more supplies. So we took the countertop back outside. Me and Toby took it back out to the shop. As soon as it was down and people put anything on it, it started to get scratched because it's a softer wood and it really needs to be polyurethane. So it's out there. I have to attach that back shelf on, wipe it all down, and then I need to cut 1 inch off of the one end because it ended up being a little bit long, which is weird because we measured it. So I'm not sure how that happened. I think I'm gonna attempt to do it by myself, but it depends how long it takes me to get this one done. So this has been in here since we brought it to dry fit it. It's just been sitting in here. So I'm gonna haul this one out, get this sanded, and then get the back little shelf thing made for this one.
It's over now, so don't despair. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies way too gray, we're gonna be okay. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be okay.
This way, babe. Ooh, it's perfect.
Looks really good.
That does look really good.
This has extremely low profile, so we'll still have a lot of space under. Hopefully it's a good buy. We'll see how it performs.
And just as Michael was finishing cutting this last hole, Bethany came in. She was out rollerblading with the kids and she fell on her wrist. It's pretty swollen, so we have to keep an eye on it, see how it's doing. Right now she can move it, but as the shock wears off, she seems to be moving it less and less. So hopefully we don't have a broken bone, but it's not the first time we've dealt with that.
Get some rest. I'm by your side. Lay your head on my chest. I know you've had a really bad day.
This is the completed countertop with the stove cut, sink cut, backer on, and that'll be a channel to allow electrical wires to pass. And we'll have outlets sitting on top, roughly in this location and this location. Now we're just building this one. This is not going to be cut. It's going to be a solid counter for food prep and a toaster oven.
All right, they're all sanded. They're wiped down. So I'm gonna be putting a clear coat of polyurethane on them. I like the natural wood look and color. I don't want them stained. A lot of people like them darker, but I love this. And so I'm gonna try this. This is the first time I've tried it. Benjamin Moore Stays Clear. I read about it on somebody else's blog. They were doing their countertops and it'll apparently make it look wet, but it won't yellow it.
I know it hurts. It wasn't fair.
All right, they got the first coat of poly on them. They look great. I'm so impressed. I'm really happy with how they're looking. Oh, I'm so impressed. I'm so happy. Good morning. It is about 7:30 in the morning. It's a little bit earlier than I'm usually up and moving around, but I put the second coat of poly onto the countertops last night. We have decided that we are going to take Bethany to the hospital. Her wrist has been bothering her quite a bit. It's so hard to tell, right? We weren't sure if it was just a sprain. The swelling isn't as bad as most of the other kids' breaks that we've seen, so it might still not be broken, but we just don't want to take the chance. I have to quickly sand down that second coat, wipe it down, and then I'm gonna put on my third coat of poly because this should be the last coat of polyurethane I put on our countertops. And with us being gone all day tomorrow, it gives them a good solid 24 hours to dry before we install them probably tomorrow. So excited because countertops in the bus is gonna be amazing. It's gonna change our life in there. I'm gonna get these done and then we're gonna go and get ready and we're gonna head to the city. All right, third coat of poly's done. I am really impressed with how this is looking. Honestly, when I put the first coat on and it kind of yellowed it a little bit when it was wet, I was like, oh, it's not as good as I was hoping. But then as it started to dry, it went right back to its natural color. So I'm super impressed. But right now, I gotta go and get all the kids ready, get myself ready, and we're gonna hit the road to the city.
So, can you help me and hold that there? Excellent. So you see how it's being built?
I know you've had a really bad day.
Alright, and hold that for me.
Oh yeah, you gotta text Dad.
I did already.
Oh.
All right, so what did they tell us?
What did they tell us?
You have a buckle fracture.
Yes.
So it's just a little fracture. It's not even all the way through.
And it only takes 2 weeks to heal.
2 weeks, and she doesn't have to have a real cast, just a splint.
Which is sad.
She wanted to sign it and get everyone else to sign it, but at least it's only gonna be 2 weeks.
What grit is that?
400.
400 grit. Oh my goodness.
That's all I need.
Wow, these are gonna be so smooth. Woo! Silky smooth. All right, we're taking this into the bus. You guys okay with that?
Yep.
And we're going to the back door. Going over top of Toby's bed. Moment of truth.
They're so pretty.
Hello, how'd you do? I'm not broken, I'm just
Wait, are you Did you hear me say that I ate my lipstick? Well, now we do!
the memory of you just come running by. Pictures of sunny days with your smile.
What are you doing? No! You want it!
I was broken. How could they say you made me come undone? Now I know.
We just got drenched on the water ride. I didn't think we were gonna get wet, and we got way more than last time. It was bad. What you want to say, Addie? What you want to say? I think this is like my first time having a pretzel. What? I think so, yeah.
Oh my god. You do it for me.
Oy vey salty.
Oh yeah.
How could they say I was broken? How could they say you made me come undone? Now I know.
It's been a long day, a long week, really a long month and a half of working on the bus. But we are trying really hard to make sure that we take some good time with family, with friends, as much as we can. Most of our family is in the city 2 hours away, so we don't get to see them as often as we'd like to. Right on this farm, we have some of our closest friends, and so we've been trying to make a point to make sure we spend good time with them whenever we're at the end of a long day. So tonight, we are all out having a weenie roast. All the kids, all the babies, everybody all together. So much fun. Can't beat that. That's our bus. That's what we get to look at every night. That's the sunset. That's amazing.
Have fun,